Beyond the glass of water, there is a rainbow. So I am very inspired by this phenomenon, and I'm wondering if my scientists at home can explain to me what is happening and how this is happening. White is actually a combination of all colors in terms of light. So black would be the lack of color, no color at all. And white would be a combination of all the colors together. That's why when you're on stage with Mrs. Piombo, the lights are all different colors, specifically reds, blues, yellows, because when they mix, they're going to give you all the different colors and make your face appear brighter, whiter, not like a rainbow. This inspired me to create a prism artwork. I've actually seen this from Deep Space Sparkle. You can check her blog out or YouTube channel or Instagram. Again, Deep Space Sparkle. So I'm gonna do a little demo on this and I hope you guys enjoy. See you soon. Okay, so here we are. Now this is a 2D artwork, which means it's flat, right? This is a piece of paper, it's flat, but we're gonna turn it into a 3-dimensional look. So it's gonna look 3D even though it's flat. And we're just doing this with lines and shapes. So we're gonna be making a simple rectangle first, then a little trapezoid on top. So it's kind of gonna look like a little house. And then we're gonna use a triangle and a square. More like a rectangle actually, but yours might be a square because you might do yours a little different than I did mine. So let's get started. Just plain white paper, pencil, obviously an eraser, and then I'm using markers. I'm using Mr. Sketch, but whatever you have is going to work. We're gonna start first with the rectangle part of this. So it's gonna be nice and long so that it really is gonna fill the space of your paper here. Don't put it up too high because then you're not gonna have space for the rainbow to come out. So I like to keep it closer to the bottom here. So I'm just gonna sketch it out, 2 straight lines, one on the top, one on the bottom, connected on your sides. And then you're going to move into the roof part of this. So what I like to do is just kind of go out a little first. This way you know that the shape's gonna end up wider. And then let's make a diagonal in towards the center. So we're gonna start to do this part of it. So we're gonna go diagonal in towards the center. Not too much, you know, definitely less than this whole amount here. So just a little bit. Then this one's gonna go in also. And now we're gonna connect it. So this is our little house. So if you wanna know how to draw a house, there you go. We're also gonna move on to the back part of this now to make it look 3D. So if I was to just kind of hide everything here, it's just a triangle that's gonna face up, and then it's just a rectangle. But notice how this part that we just did is kind of gonna lead us into that triangle. It's gonna be a little helpful to visualize how this is going to go. So I'm gonna go from this diagonal that I just did, but I'm just gonna continue it up, 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 up. Yes, you could do this on the other side, just so you can see what it's gonna look like. And then we're just gonna go straight down here. Now be careful, your brain is going to want to do that because we did say a triangle, but no, it needs to go down towards your belly button, like pretty much parallel with the edge of the paper. 5th graders, we've talked about parallel a lot. So again, same thing on the other side, I'm just gonna go straight down. Now how wide you start your rectangle is gonna determine how wide the whole box is. So a little bit wider for a big box, a little bit smaller for a small box. And we're just gonna go into that square part. What I find is that if we kind of turn it on an angle, it's a little bit easier. So I'm gonna start from the triangle and go out just a little bit. Then this part, not down here, be careful. You're gonna go from the middle line here. And that's gonna be a copycat of the one above it. So see how they kind of match? And then I'm just gonna connect, because again, a rectangle or square is gonna have 4 sides. And then I could do the same to our other side here. So finding that triangle, remember, don't start at the bottom. We're gonna start in the middle. And you really wanna make a square here. So notice the directions you're going in. This might take a few times to get it right, of course. So just draw light till you know you got it right. You can really make your lines go in any direction. I've seen many creative ideas with this. It could be going into something. It could be flowing somewhere. It could just stay in the sky. So get creative with how you do that. I'm just gonna start all the way on an end and just kind of make it go up and out. And then if I want it thicker, then I'm just gonna make a copycat line next to it and then meet up with it somewhere down the line and neatly fill in that center. Now it's okay if we're a little there because we're gonna outline it later. Sorry, 2 more steps left. Is we're gonna outline this. Now this looks a little strange because there's a strange gap there, so you have a choice. You can either make your marker and just connect there, so now it's gonna look like the back. Oopsies, forgot a line. So now that's gonna kind of look like the back of the box, or you can just continue your color all the way to the edge. So that's your choice. I'm kind of liking what it looks like now, so I'm just gonna connect it. Shading, just to show what part of the box is what. So if you just shade in your triangle with your pencil, you could do this with a gray marker if you happen to have that around. I didn't, so I'm just gonna use my gray pencil. And if you really wanna have fun with a little shadow, you can add a little bit of that closer to the bottom of the box. I know some 5th graders, particularly one of my girls, she loves shading in pencil, so I'm thinking of you right now. I'm sure you would love this part. So we're just gonna kind of shade across the bottom, bringing it out. And then I'm gonna take my finger and going in the same direction, pressing pretty hard, of course, just kind of sliding it back and forth. And see how if you bring it out even into here, it shows up. So I can kind of bring it out over to there and it can show up. So that's about it. You can add a table, you can add things next to it, maybe paint droppers or little, I don't know why I thought of like little toy soldiers or little tiny cute little elves. That might be all rainbow. So have fun with it, enjoy, name your box, and I can't wait to see what they look like. You can either email them to me, you can post them on our Google Classroom, or you can attach them onto one of our assignments. So looking forward to seeing it and have fun.